This is why the world loves Keanu Reeves. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video here on ShowZone. When it comes to the old adage, nice guys always finish last, mega movie star Keanu Reeves continually proves everyone wrong. This Canadian Hollywood superstar is probably the most loved celebrity actor, and rightfully so. In today's video, we take a look at why Keanu Reeves might be the nicest guy on the planet. Stay tuned and watch, because we guarantee you your heart's going to melt. Taking pay cuts for his coworkers. You might not know this, but Keanu doesn't subscribe to the cutthroat world of Hollywood paycheck competition. When it came to the 1997 movie The Devil's Advocate, the studio cast Reeves as the lead, a role that came with a healthy salary. But in order for the producers to bring on Al Pacino, Keanu Reeves voluntarily took a $2 million cut in pay. In another film, producers wanted to add Gene Hackman to the cast for the replacements, so Reeves took an 80% pay cut. These are just two examples of Reeves voluntarily taking pay cuts for the good of a movie. He's also been known to donate money to various crew members when he hears they're in need. Keanu turns tour guide. In 2019, Keanu Reeves was on a flight from San Francisco to Burbank when the passenger plane was forced to make an emergency landing in Bakersfield, California. He and his fellow passengers got off the plane and milled about the airport, trying to decide what to do. Reeves was right there with them, discussing the situation with his fellow travelers. He suggested it might be easier to finish the final leg of their journey if they hired a minibus. In classic Keanu fashion, he made all the arrangements. He essentially took a road trip with a group of complete strangers and entertained them along the way by reading out interesting facts about Bakersfield. He even posed for pictures with his fellow passengers. And this is all from a celebrity who could have easily afforded a limo ride home. Keanu is a normal citizen. Here's a crazy story about Keanu Reeves that will make your heart melt. On the night of his wrap party for his movie Exposed, it was raining non-stop outside. Reeves arrived at the venue where he found a long line of people waiting their turn in the downpour to be admitted into the building. At this point, any other celeb would pull some strings to get inside, right? Reeves politely went to the back of the line and waited for over 20 minutes for his turn to be allowed into his own party. What's more, Keanu found someone's credit card on the floor during the party. He picked it up, read the name on the card, and then personally tracked down the owner so he could return the card. We love this man. Keanu and Halle Berry. Halle Berry broke her ribs while training to star in John Wick 3, Parabellum with Keanu Reeves. She tried pushing through the injury, worrying that she'd be taken off the film if anyone knew. And she really wanted to work with Keanu Reeves. Eventually, she had to fess up, and the director patiently waited for her ribs to heal. It turns out that Berry had been offered the female lead in Speed, the part that eventually went to Sandra Bullock. In an interview together, she stated she was just plain stupid for passing up the chance to work with Keanu on Speed. But Reeves quickly jumped in, saying he didn't blame her for passing on it. He explained that originally, the script stated that the bus never left the parking lot. Boring. Then Reeves expressed how he felt about Berry, saying she was not stupid, but very much an inspiration. Talk about a dream come true for a Keanu Reeves fan. Recognizing the team behind the scenes. Keanu was paid $10 million upfront for the first Matrix movie. The film was such a success that he went on to earn $114 million from it. He voluntarily redirected $80 million of that to the special effects and makeup teams to make the Matrix film franchise even better. And when the first Matrix film wrapped, he gave each of the 12 stuntmen a Harley-Davidson motorcycle to acknowledge their dangerous hard work. Reeves is known for his pretty generous wrap gifts. When he finished up John Wick, his stunt crew each received a Rolex watch, personalized. His co-star raves about him. For decades, his co-stars have raved about how great Reeves is to work with. In an interview with the English actress and wife of Daniel Craig, Rachel Weisz talked about having worked with Keanu Reeves both before the meta-hit Matrix series and afterward. Despite his global fame playing Neo in these films, she says that Reeves was completely unchanged. In other words, all that fame didn't go to his head. turning tragedies into opportunities to help. In the late 90s, Keanu Reeves was in love with actress Jennifer Syme. But 8 months pregnant, Syme gave birth to their stillborn daughter, Ava Archer. Weeks later, this tragedy would destroy Reeves's and Syme's relationship, so they went their separate ways. Syme would end up dying in a car accident 18 months later. Reeves was a pallbearer at her funeral service. Despite his intense grief, Reeves chose to pay it forward. He spent time working with charities and helping his sister Kim in her cancer battle. He paid $5 million to cover all of her medical treatment. After watching his sister go through so much pain before finally beating leukemia, he now donates 70% of his earnings to cancer research. Alexandra Grant, a Los Angeles-based visual fine artist and philanthropist, heard about a poem Reeves had written. She requested a copy. They eventually met in person and went on to develop a decade-long friendship. They collaborated on a book called Ode to Happiness, with Keanu writing its text. Eventually, their friendship blossomed into love. Today, with his heart wide open and his career going full throttle, Keanu Reeves remains humble and always ready to reach out to those in need. He says, "I like to help. I just can't help it." Well guys, that's all we have for you in this video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And if you're already subscribed, don't forget to turn on the bell for the latest notifications and updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.